Hi, I'm Michael Vieira, President of the New Jersey Council on Special Transportation. I'm coming to you on this recording because on Friday, November 16th, we were supposed to have our New Jersey cost meeting. However, it was canceled due to the snowstorm that had occurred Thursday night and the road conditions which persisted throughout the north and central part of the state. However, I felt that it was appropriate that I speak to you via a recording and just talk to you about some of the notes that I had for that meeting. The first one is our upcoming reorganization meeting. The New Jersey Council on Special Transportation's reorganization meeting will take place on December 14th at the Battleground Country Club. If you are planning to attend, there is a fee of $30 per person, and then we do ask for an RSVP. The RSVP link is part of this email package that you had received. So once you exit out of this video, you'll probably see a link that says reorganization meeting. If you're planning on attending and you want to RSVP, just click, and I believe we're just asking for your name and organization. Also at that December 14th meeting is our reorganization and our election for officers. This year, the second vice president and the regionals are up. I had asked Helen Kirsch to chair the nominating committee report, and I also asked Chris Smith and Deidre Hughes to be part of Helen's committee. I do have a report that we were going to give out. This report is also on the email. If you want to click one of the links, it'll say nominating committee report. But let me just read it. It's from Helen Kirsch, chairperson, Chris Smith, member, Deidre Hughes, member. The nominating committee respectfully submits the following proposed slate of officers for the 2019 Cost Executive Committee. Second Vice President, Kathleen Carmelo, Union County Paratransit. Northern Regional Representative, John McGill, Passaic County Paratransit. Central Regional Representative, Marty De Niro, Mercer County Trade Transportation. Southern Regional Representative, Daniel Moraney, Cape May County Fare Free Transportation. Also at the December 14th meeting, that slate will again be presented to the members, and if there's anybody on the floor that wants to nominate themselves or somebody else, you may do it at that point as a floor nomination. Also, at the December 14th meeting, we will be presenting our annual employer plaques. So for those agencies whose employees had received recognitions or year recognition, the employers will also receive a plaque which they can keep for 1 year with their employee's name on it. So we've been doing this for the last couple of years. Monthly planners will also be given out at the December meeting. Any leftovers will be at the we'll be giving them out at the January meeting. Those are the calendars that we've been doing for the last couple of years. I say couple of years. It's probably a good 10-15 years we've been giving the planners away. The planners will not be mailed out. So if you want a planner, it's either come to the December meeting or come to the January meeting, or drop me an email, so at least I put one aside for you. But we are not mailing them. It costs too much money to mail these planners. Our 2019 meeting dates will be announced shortly. We're waiting for a couple more things that we just need to talk about. One of them will be our annual paratransit rodeo, but we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. All of the 2019 meetings, with the exception of our October meeting, which will be our expo, and our December meeting, which is usually our reorganization meeting, will be held at the Monmouth County Ag Building. And I do want to thank Kathleen Lodato for setting that up for us. I do appreciate Kathy setting up the meeting rooms for us. The New Jersey Transaction Conference, the 2019 Transaction Conference, is fast approaching. Again, it will be held at the Atlantic City Tropicana on April 9, 10, and 11. Also on April 8th and 9th, New Jersey Transit will hold a class with Michael Knoll. I believe it's the CCTS certification, Community Transportation, Certified Community Transportation Supervisor. All these acronyms. That will be presented by Michael Knoll at the transaction conference on April 8th and 9th. We do have a couple things to talk about. New Jersey Transit has offered to reimburse costs in the event that we ask Michael Knoll to make presentations on April 10th and 11th, which we have in the past. Michael Knoll is one of the best in the country. I don't see why we shouldn't take New Jersey Transit up on the offer. However, we will have further discussions with the Cost Executive Committee, Michael Knoll, because he does need to come up with some workshops for us. New Jersey Transit, because they're paying for it, and the cost membership, because we're the ones that actually benefit from Michael Knoll at transaction. Also at the transaction conference, New Jersey Cost will be publishing our annual directory and buyer's guide. New Jersey Transaction has allowed Cost to do that for the last couple of years. It brings in a couple extra $1,000 for our Cost treasury and helps us with some bills. Rodeo. In the event that you're planning a regional rodeo, Cost through New Jersey Transit's NJC TTP committee does have the equipment available for you to borrow and hold your own rodeo. You know what, since we're on the rodeo, let's talk about the rodeo. The state rodeo, and we didn't have one last year because we had a difficult time finding a location. We've been having the rodeo at the Six Flags Great Adventure parking area. However, last year they had decided where we hold our rodeo that they were going to put solar panels, and I believe that work has already started, so we're not even going to ask them again for the parking lot. However, last month the Cost Executive Committee began discussing the rodeo. The rodeo is a very expensive event to hold. Last couple of years it ranges between $14,000 and $16,000. That usually gets split in half, equally between Cost and New Jersey Transit through the NJC TTP program. However, the executive committee, and I'm going to say right now that we have not made a decision yet. We want the members, we want to hear what the members have to say. However, the Cost Executive Committee feels that it is a very expensive event, and we may not want to do it this year. Our expo, which we changed up the last 2 years, which looks very nice with the vehicles inside and everything, along with the other tables, that has gotten to become a bit expensive. That's running around $34,000 to put that whole thing together, and we are losing money on our Cost Expo to a tune of about $3,500, which is not bad. We chalk that off to training, just as we chalk off the rodeo to training. However, we don't feel we get the bang for the buck. For $8,000 that Cost puts aside, there's really only about 8 counties or 8 agencies that participate, and between 25, no more than 30 drivers each year. It doesn't make a difference whether there's 1 driver or 100 drivers. The cost is going to remain the same. The talk right now is not having the rodeo. I know that Helen Kirsch and Bob Koska, who are the chairs of the rodeo, are not happy with that decision. And there is an email that they had sent, which I've had included into this email as part of the email package. You can review it. However, I really don't want to discuss the rodeo at our December meeting because that's more of a festive meeting. However, I'm also not sure whether or not we can wait till January to make that decision. However, let me go back to the executive committee and talk about how we can get our members feedback before the end of the year. Like I said, there's only about 8 agencies that participate. Access Link happens to be one of them. Access Link, thinks very highly of the rodeo. They actually provide probably 1/3 of the drivers along with that one agency. So we do have a lot to talk about. Helen and Bob's email to me is included as part of this email package. So take a look at it. However, we do need to take a look at it. $8,000 is a lot of money to spend, and we're just not sure whether it's worth it at this point. So again, we will definitely talk some more about that. Some good news. Let me end on some good news. The casino revenue reports for the month of September and October were again very high. The September report, there was a 15.5% increase compared to the same month last year, and the October came out just the day before we were supposed to have our meeting at 13.5%. Again, these are fantastic numbers. Unfortunately, we're not going to see the full effect of this funding going to the 21 counties until 2021. And again, I tell you that yes, the 21 counties do benefit from the Casino Revenue Fund. However, it is a trickle-down effect because all of the smaller agencies do also benefit, since if the counties receive more money, they can do more transportation, which kind of frees up the smaller agencies getting the phone calls. So we do consider it a trickle-down effect. But internet wagering and sports betting seem to be really helping us this year. Just the last thing, I had mentioned our October Expo. Let me just wrap it up with a report. I hadn't even shared this with our executive committee yet, but this year we had 191 people registered. That was 8 people less than 2017. There were 20 counties represented at that at the expo this year. We did have 31 exhibitors showing their products and services. That is less. In 2017 we had 35, and in 2016 we had 40. When I mentioned to you that we lost about $3,500, that is a result. If we had sold those extra tables, we would have made that money. There were this year 5 vehicle exhibitors exhibiting probably about 10, 11 vehicles that they brought amongst them. In 2017, there was 7 vehicle vendors. Sponsorships amounted to almost the same amount. This year we received $6,995 in sponsorships. Last year it was $6,925, so pretty much the same. As I had said, the expenses for the entire expo this year were $34,007.09. In 2017, almost the same price. It was $34,954. So this year's loss actually came out to $3,297.09, whereas in 2017 there was a loss of $1,279. So we've always lost on the expo, and we've always chalked it up to training. However, course, would like to break even at some point. That's why, when it comes to having the rodeo versus having the expo, we believe that the expo is really, really, really worth it. And we can justify the losses, whereas the rodeo is getting difficult to justify those losses. I did not send a survey out this year asking people who attended the expo what they thought of the workshops. However, I will tell you that both Rex Knowlton's workshop, and he did enforcing the transportation policies and guidelines that you create, and why did you create them, and why aren't you enforcing them, that room was packed. There wasn't an empty seat in the house. I believe we had at least 80, 85 seats set up for that workshop. The second workshop, servicing your vehicles as they age, what to look for, what to inspect. I want to thank New Jersey Transit again, Leah Sheridan, Chris Uffer, William Vanaskowski, and anybody else at New Jersey Transit who put this together. That workshop too with the maintenance mechanics was very well attended. Probably 40, 45 maintenance mechanics and people did attend that workshop. It was held in a classroom, and then they ended up going onto the exhibit floor to take a look at one of the vehicles out there. That too was a great workshop. Unfortunately, I did not do a survey this year. However, I will tell you that usually some negative feedback comes to me even before I put out the survey. There was no negative feedback this year. The feedback that I got, everybody seemed to really, really enjoy it. Lastly, I just want to congratulate the people who won the cost awards this year. The 2018 Administrative Employee of the Year went to Carol Navarrete from Sussex County Skylands Ride. Congratulations, Carol. The 2018 Dispatcher of the Year went to Kim Molars from the Township of Monroe. Congratulations, Kim. The 2018 Maintenance Employee of the Year Award, a little bit different this year. It actually went to the entire Somerset County Maintenance Vehicle Maintenance Department. They didn't feel they could actually pick one or two people, so they actually nominated their entire division, and their entire division was awarded the Maintenance Employees with an S of the Year. The 2018 Driver of the Year went to Travis Blount from Passaic County Paratransit. Travis could not be with us. He actually had to be on the road that day, so we will be awarding his Driver of the Year at our December meeting. So, Travis, we expect to see you at the December meeting. And the 2018 Outstanding System of the Year Award went to Union County Paratransit. I want to congratulate Kathleen Carmelo and her entire staff for the outstanding job, and well-deserving of the Outstanding System of the Year. So that's all I have at this point. I hope to see everyone at the Friday, December 14th, New Jersey Council on Special Transportation reorganization meeting. Again, if you are planning to attend, there is a RSVP button located in this email. So again, thank you very much. We do apologize that we had to cancel the November 16th meeting. However, we didn't feel we didn't want to put anybody at jeopardy, especially the roads. The night before, North and Central New Jersey came to a standstill on the roads for hours. So hopefully everybody understands why there was a cancellation. Enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday, everyone. If we don't see you at the December meeting, enjoy your holidays, please, and thank you very much.